as Rhode Island motorists brace for what could be years of potential traffic jams. They may also be feeling some deja vu.
Target 12 investigator Tim White examined how long the bridge over the Seekonk River has been under construction. Tim?
Well, if you feel like Rhode Island DOT has been working on the Washington Bridge for the last 30 years, you would not be wrong. The video from 1996 looks eerily familiar. Construction equipment and closed lanes on the westbound Washington Bridge. Massive repairs that state officials at the time warned would be a significant inconvenience lasting at least until 1997.
To get out of East Providence, it's going to make it harder. You're going to have to go backwards or use the other one on the other side.
And a review of the 12 News archive show the Washington Bridge has essentially been under construction ever since.
That long? Oh, that's a long time.
Just as the westbound work was coming to a close, the state set its sights on the eastbound side, a separate structure, this time a total replacement.
The kinds of delays that you're already experiencing are the kinds of delays that we expect.
Commuters already weary from the westbound work were frustrated.
If you're coming from somewhere and you're tight, boy, you see that, and it's backed up, I'm like,
not fun.
Not fun.
Construction of the eastbound bridge took more than 7 years, finally opening in 2008. 4 years later, the old eastbound bridge was converted into a bike path.
Having such short notice on this makes it particularly difficult.
Meanwhile, plans for a major rehabilitation of the westbound bridge were once again in the works. That effort got off to a rough start in 2018 when lane closures to allow for repairs caused a major headache.
Cars at a crawl all the way back into Massachusetts for hours on Sunday night.
Honestly, probably in Rhode Island have never experienced anything like that.
The backlash prompted DOT Director Peter Alviti to pump the brakes.
We're pushing the pause button.
As part of those repairs, RIDOT initially planned to permanently close the Gano Street off-ramp, then later backtracked. And since 2021, the state has spent $35 million rehabilitating the westbound bridge, work that came to an abrupt halt on December 11th.
We're closing down 195 West at the Washington Bridge.
Now, again, roughly half of that $78 million to repair the westbound Washington Bridge had been spent when the state announced they were closing it. Governor McKee was asked if that near $40 million was essentially wasted.
About half of the $78 million contract is available for us to apply to the next stage, but half of it is, we'll come back and tell you whether there's any value to that at all, but probably not a lot.
Again, they estimate the price tag to replace the westbound Washington Bridge to be about $250 to $300 million. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.